Hi, so today I'm actually coming back just to do an episode 2. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but it is that time of year where you get colds and everything. I'm quite ill at the moment, but I thought I'd just do this video to stay busy. Now, this kind of fashion frame episode is so my last one, which did really well, was Vault Prime as the second sister, and this one is actually just Shovel Knight. Um, Kind of like the main character in it. And I went with Oberon, which made a lot more sense just because of like the beefiness of him if you can actually use the Saturn 6 armor, which is like the upper armor. And then for the bottom, I've just chose the Targus Prime armor, which is the one that I always pick. I don't like putting ephemeras on just because it kind of takes away from the feel of the fashion when you're trying to show it off. Um, but yeah, I thought Oberon was quite good for it. I'm just going to go over the armor. So the armor is just this section here. And the blue is just one color blue, which is in the PSIV palette. I was actually checking this before, but the classic colors will actually probably do the job as well. Um, but they will look a bit more washed out, I'd say. Like, they look a bit more basic. You don't have that depth that you do in other palettes. But you can see here that I've favorited a lot of the colors in some of them just because of like skin tones, stuff like that, and basic colors for certain parts, and that's why I've done it like that. You can see here the color scheme is just yellow throughout the rest of it. And this is just so the energy comes off as like yellow. The helmet could be changed, but I honestly thought, just looking at my materials for it, um, other helmets don't seem to have like stronger horns. They seem more like this one would be quite good as well. But I do think Blade of the Lotus is probably the cheapest route for it. And then you've also got this one, but it goes into four horns, so you're kind of thinking, which way do I go? Um, I think this one's very good, but I do think this one is probably a bit better for the Blade of the Lotus one, just to keep the cost down. You will notice something with Oberon is he looks a lot better than his Prime counterpart, and this is something that I've been saying for years, but the Prime skin is just awful. Like, if you actually see on my Prime one and you toggle the Prime details, it just takes away the feeling. And when you actually go to the same exact skin on Oberon, when we toggle the Prime details, you'll see there a lot of the features are lost. A lot of that beefy kind of style is lost, and it's so weird how they did this. Because then you look at the back and you'd think that Oberon was the Prime variant instead. Um, but yeah, we'll just stay with Oberon Prime for now. And then for the secondary, well, for the melee, I've just chose the Volnus Prime. You can pretty much choose any hammer, but just with the glass kind of shards, it's easier to choose like the spade color as such as a cosplay item. Just chose black as the handle throughout. Um, and then just done like a lighter blue kind of color for the immersive color. So I've just gone into another palette, just chose a light blue, and that's pretty much how I've done it there. Black is always in the smoke colors. You will see that the smoke colors are also in other palettes as well. So PSIV, it's also in this one, but then when you go down to smoke color, they're also in here, and you can see that I've actually got it selected here, and that's just my quick shortcut. But yeah, it's kind of a cheating way of actually not buying the smoke colors if you just want the blacks, because they are in other palettes as well. And yeah, without that, I'm just going to actually create the thumbnail for this video. So we're going to go into a capture scene. We're going to get like let's just say, a forest area, I'd say. Um, and this is where it all comes down to in terms of like making it work, is just kind of like getting that style that you want from a capture scene. So obviously we want a forest scene. I think I did choose one before. But it's probably going to be a bit harder. Actually, let's go in the other one that I remember the other one that I did. It's the one where you summon the specters and whatnot. And we'll just go down there now for it. So if we go on to that again, and we go on to the capture, I can't remember which one it was. It's definitely one of the ones that I've got unlocked anyway, because I've used it several times, but I can't remember the name of it. I mean, I guess we could use the retreat scene. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do whilst I'm here as well. Whenever you're doing fashion, I like to take the pets off completely because they're really annoying. uh, Especially for getting in the way of captures. I can't find the exact one. You'll know what I'm talking about when you summon the specters on Earth. I've probably just missed it just because I'm like half asleep, but yeah. Let's just use this one. Now you can see here, if we go like that, and we try and make a fashion out of it. The good thing about doing smash effects, a lot of people don't like them, but if you smash into it, then you get like a nice cool fashion thing like that, which I like quite a lot. And then if we cut off, because the feet don't always like look right on the floor, because they sometimes hover. If we kind of like go onto this and do free light setup, I always do scene light really low. I think you can put it on minimum now because they've kind of sorted that out where it doesn't like completely take away from the feeling. And then it's good to actually mix in colors that are on your frame as well. Perhaps do a quick rotation as well to get some more lighting choices there. So we could just do a bit of a... Won't do that much intensity on blue. Doesn't really matter anyway, the rotation's around the back now. And that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna do like a quick, maybe like that, so it's not in the way. We just, God, that does have a long effect, that, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't want it blocking. Oh, that looks like a good pose. And then this is probably where I need to do the rotation of light a bit different. Maybe even dim down the white on it, yeah. Yeah, completely off. Yeah, that's quite good. It just snaps so quickly though, that's the only problem with doing the capture. I guess I can't really do one quite well with this weapon. It just snaps way too quickly. Let's just do a basic one. Yeah. And let's get out of the water actually as well. Okay. I think that's good enough. So I'm just going to capture it in the actual video, so I'm not like interrupting it. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do the capture real quick. I'm going to keep doing this, so this is going to be episode 2. Another quick thing as well is my name on PSN, because that's where I do all my capture. I finally upgraded to the PS5 to do these videos a bit quicker. My name is Namdra on PSN, so if there's any fashion stuff, I'm really happy about linking my builds and stuff like that. Because I don't think you can like own kind of like a fashion. I think it's good that more people are going around with like similar fashion or even the same fashion. It's a good expression of like that character or something like that. I think Shovel Knight is one that I've not seen, so I will say it's more of an original idea for myself, the same as my last one. And that's what I'm kind of going for. If I do credit someone else's work, it will be like in the description or something like that, and I'll mention that in the video anyway. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Peace.